The Albuquerque Police Department is looking at what it can do to lower the number of officer-involved shootings. In 2022, the department saw a record-breaking number of 18 police shootings. Let's get to News 13's Ariana Kraft. She joins us live outside of APD, Maine.
APD recently completed a review of all officer-involved shootings from last year. As a result, the department saw a need for changes like more training and supervision.
I think that this was a big important step for the Albuquerque Police Department in the fact that we have to prepare for someday when the Department of Justice leaves the Albuquerque Police Department and how we're going to navigate through trends and situations.
APD put together a group of deputy chiefs to review all 18 police shootings from 2022. The goal was to identify trends and mistakes made by APD officers and come up with ideas on how the department can do better.
The Albuquerque Police Department took this a step above what was required from our settlement agreement, and we looked at the cases and the trending as a whole.
Whenever there is a police shooting, there's an external force investigation and an internal affairs investigation, and they don't always come to an agreement. According to a report from March, APD and external investigators disagreed on an APD police shooting.
So in their memo that they submitted, they felt that, kind of as Deputy Chief Lowe talked about, that there was a chance to use less lethal force earlier in that call. They felt that using that less lethal or that option earlier in the call made any decisions after that out of policy. Ultimately, we reviewed that and we disagreed.
APD's 2022 OIS review showed there's a need for more training for using hands-on tactics and when to use less lethal use of force. There has already been revisions to APD's use of force policy earlier this year, which clarify when less lethal force may be used. The department is also looking to make sure both APD and emergency communications have supervisors responding to certain calls for service.
In several of the officer-involved shootings, there was critical situations that could have required or benefited from a supervisor on scene.
And a lot of the police shootings involved officers with less than 6 years of experience, showing a need for continued mentorship.
We want to take a look and see if we can add an experienced officer with them to kind of help with the decision-making and growth as they move through their career.
And in one case, officers were investigated for failure to render medical aid following a shooting because they didn't give chest compressions.
We will emphasize that in this 2023 use of force training of that they are to render aid based off of the training that they receive.
Chief Harold Medina said moving forward, he would like to have reviews of police shootings every 6 months in order to identify trends more quickly. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Ariana. The 2022 shooting that Internal Affairs and External Force team differed on was whether the shoot was within guidelines. That is moving forward to see if there's any disciplinary action needed or if it needs to go to the district attorney's office.